For day 17 notes, it says transforming equations between all linear forms. So for this one, we have all of these equations in slope-intercept form, and we know that because y is by itself in all of these. And our goal is to go from this form, y equals mx plus b, SIF, slope-intercept form, to this form, standard form, where x and y are on the same side. Okay, so we're going to transform or change our equation from here to here. Okay, so how do we do that? Well, first of all, we need to get x and y together. So if I look here, I've got 7x away from y. I want to bring it over next to y. So I'm going to do the opposite. I'm going to change its sign by subtracting it. Okay, now, 7x and y are not like terms, so I'm writing these next to each other. So negative 7x, that y is a positive because there's no sign in front of it, so that's a plus y, equals 6. And that's it. So for part B, we're going to bring that x over. We're going to add it because we want to do the opposite. So we have a positive 3x plus y equals negative 8. Alright, and then in letter C and D, as you notice, they have fractions, and we are not allowed to have a fraction on the other side in standard form. We have to have integers, and those are not integers, those are fractions. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is something called clear the fraction. Okay, so let's zoom this in a little bit. Okay, to clear the fraction, you find your denominator, 3, and we multiply every term by 3. Now, 3 times y is 3y. This 3 and this 3, they cancel out, so you're left with 2x. And 3 times negative 5 is negative 15. Now, to get this x over here with y, we do the opposite, so we're going to subtract it. So we have a negative 2x. That 3y, there's nothing in front of this, so that's a positive. So plus 3y. And then that's a negative 15, so I bring it down. Okay, in letter D, we have a 5 in our denominator, so we are going to multiply everything by 5. Okay, so we've got 5 times y. These 5's cancel, and we have a negative 3x. And then 5 times 2 is 10. So now, to get the x to the other side, we need to add our 3x. So we have 3x. The 5y is positive, so plus 5y equals positive 10. So that is going from SIF, slope-intercept form, to SF, standard form. Okay, the second example, you can see there's quite a few steps here. So we're going to put our equation in point-slope form. We're going to distribute that, solve it, and get it into slope-intercept form. And then we're going to transform it to standard form. So first and foremost, we have a point. That point is x1, y1. Our slope is negative 5. And we're plugging all of that in to point slope form. And it tells you what is an equation of line in point slope form. Plus I give you the little hint here. So we have y minus, find y1, 6. M is negative 5. X minus x1 is negative 3. Okay? I cannot go on to the next step until I combine those. So a negative and a minus together make plus. Okay? So next, to go from here to here, I need to distribute. So negative 5 times x, negative 5x. Negative 5 times 3, negative 15. So then here, I'm going to add 6 to both sides. And we get y equals negative 5x This combines to be negative 9. Alright, now, I have y by itself. That's slope-intercept form. Now I need to go to standard form, and that means that x and y need to be together over here. So I need to do something with this negative. I'm going to add it to both sides. So I have positive 5x, bring down the y, which is a positive y, and then this equals a negative 9. Okay? Last example, again, we have our point, which is x1, y1, and our slope is 4, which is m. So now we're going to plug all of that into the formula for for point slope form. So y1 is a negative 5, m is 4, and then x minus x1 is 2. We have a minus and a negative, makes a positive. Okay, now, transform from PSF to SIF. So y plus 5, distribute the 4. So 4x, and then 4 times negative 2 is negative 8. Subtract 5 to both sides so that we can get y by itself. And if we combine 8 and 5, that's a 13. But since they're both negative, we keep it negative. Okay. Lastly, the 4x needs to go to the other side to get it into standard form down here. So we're going to subtract the 4x to both sides and get a negative 4x plus y equals negative 13. And that is it, because now x and y are on the same side.